the idea of aging gracefully. I think it's a terrible idea. I'm not going to grace, no, I'm not going to age gracefully. No. I'm going to try to be one of those old guys who dress in a crazy way and who absolutely misbehaves, if you get what I'm saying. Aging with grace. No, I don't like that concept at all. I would rather be called a dirty old man than to be great, to be seen as someone who ages gracefully. You get what I'm saying here, okay? And another thing is that I have so much I want to do. I have more ideas and projects for hikes, travels, and all sorts of things. Now I have many more such plans now than I had when I was younger. So I want to hike the Appalachian Trail. I want to do many of these long distance hikes. I want to circumnavigate the globe in a yacht, sailing yacht, of course. I want to, for some reason, I want to climb the Kilimanjaro. I don't know why that specific mountain, but I've never been to Africa. I want to go to Africa. I want to discover Africa. I've sailed past Africa, but I've never been in Africa. I want to go there. I want to go to Asia again. I've been to Thailand, really liked it there, and I want to go back. And I have been limited because of my kids. They are now, legally, they are adults now, but I still have my dogs. The other dog is okay, but she seems to have hurt her paw. So she needs to take it easy for a couple of days. And this happens now and then with these dogs. They run very fast. So things like that can happen. But sadly, these dogs will not be around forever, and after these dogs, then I really want to travel. I don't want to work. I don't want to spend the rest of my life working. I have, two professions, you could say, and those are both careers, if you want, careers or jobs that people dream of having. So I'm a novelist. I write novels, and I'm also a YouTuber. Or should I say content creator. I'm even on TikTok now, actually. Yeah. So, I want to continue writing. I want to continue making videos. But I want to be free from all the other stuff, dealing with all the other stuff. It takes up so much time. I'm going to have to shut the camera off now because there might be some people here, and I'll get back to you in a split second. Yeah, where was I? There's a poem that just perfectly encapsulates what I'm often thinking and feeling about getting older. It was written I believe in 1951 by Dylan Thomas. I can't remember the whole poem right now, but it's the one with "Do not go gentle into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light." It's a poem that always moves me, you know. And I think it's our duty to grip and hold on to life and the enjoyment of life. That's our duty as human beings, as apes with long legs, you know. I feel that we are conditioned to become, you know, old in our way of living. We're conditioned to sit down, not make noise. We're conditioned to be, as men, we are conditioned to be less men, less manly, less virile, if you will, as we get older. Even though there is no reason why we should. And if you look at hunter-gatherer societies, you know, they're men in their 60s. They will often have, you know, a six-pack and they're fully active. They're climbing the trees and all of that, you know. There's so much I want to experience and do and see, and yeah. And that's why this getting old thing is, I'm very much against that. I'm against getting older. But yeah, it is our society that conditions us. Yeah, you see, I don't know if you can see this, but I'm walking through the woods here, but the cabins are just getting closer and closer, and they're building further and further into the woods. If you are my age, you have, if you're my age, hopefully you still have your parents, you know, and they will be in their 70s, 80s, around it there, you know, and they are old. They are old. And, you know, we all get older, but I think that their generation had a very different attitude, the boomer generation, a different attitude to when it comes to retirement and all of that. Our generation here, you know, Gen X, we may be the first generation in recent times, or in, you know, after the second, well, not the first generation. I was going to say the first generation that realizes that we will probably never retire fully because of the economy. But of course, the concept of retiring is quite a new concept in human history. But what I'm trying to say is that we will probably never be able to fully retire. We need to generate some income. I checked the numbers for me, and I'll get my pension that I can get when I get to the age of 67 is very low. That's because I was actually quite poor. By Norwegian standards, quite poor most of my life, and it's only after my Jomsviking novels suddenly took off internationally that I started making making money, you know, a lot of money. But because of that, my the pension waiting for me is very low. It's not enough to give a good quality of life if you live in Norway, which is another thing that I've been thinking a lot about, you know. Norway, I love Norway, but we're being taxed to death. If you have a company, and if that company is a small company, you're going to struggle. And that's my situation. I do realize that for a full and happy life, as I get older, I can't stay here. I just can't. I'm just being taxed to death here. And it adds so much stress to your life. And this is something that Norwegians, they don't like to talk about this because of the culture. You're not supposed to talk about how much money you make or complain about taxes here. It's a peculiar thing. And it's there's a lot of double standards there going into that, because in Norway we also have this strange thing where every year you can do a search, or it's coming up now, they are publishing online everyone's income, so how much you made last year. And then people like your neighbors and stuff, they go and do searches and they are curious about how much money you made, you know, and the local newspaper will put you on a list, and it's crazy. So yeah, but anyway, oh, just got entangled here in the, yeah. I think he likes to take a walk on his own now and then, actually, so yeah. And the weather is wonderful. It's lovely weather. The weather is lovely, and it's all very nice out there. I don't know how this camera handles filming with the sun behind me. I really don't know. We will see. We will see. So do not go gentle into that good night. Rage against the dying of the light. Yeah. I think that poem is in that beautiful movie Interstellar as well. Yeah. Nei, Elvis, her. Kom. Kom. Jeg må gå her. Ja. Okay. Oh. I don't like this. This here. Come on. Go ahead. Yeah, so I'm not going to age gracefully. I refuse to age gracefully. I will age inappropriately. I will age in such a way that, you know, I become infamous. Oh. Yeah. Someone has gathered some firewood here. Sometimes I come here and make videos. Well, you could say I'm here making a video now. So yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. And if you're still listening, well, that's a sort of a miracle, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I do mostly, well, at least in the past, I've done mostly live streams here on this channel. But I do some walk and talks as well. I might call this my midweek musing. Yeah. Okay. And there's a link to my other channels in the video description as well. You can check those out. Okay. Have a wonderful day. And remember, rage against the dying of the light.